Good morning, Dragons. I'm Mr. Salerno, and this is Flame, and we want to welcome you to the news of Camelot. Today is Wednesday, May 13th, 2020. Flame, it's going to be a beautiful day today. High of 68 degrees, mostly sunny skies throughout the day. A beautiful Wednesday to maybe do some working out. You never know what we have up our sleeves for workouts, Dragons. And speaking of beautiful places, let's talk about This Land Is Your Land. We had moved out to the West Flame, right? We started talking about Minnesota and Colorado and California. We're going to bring it back east today, Dragons, and talk about a bordering state to Virginia. Do you want to guess which state we're going to talk about? Yeah, right on, Flame. We're going to talk about North Carolina. And on this map, North Carolina is in purple. Virginia is in red. Let's zoom in, Flame, so they can see a little better how it borders the Atlantic Ocean. It's a beautiful state, Dragons, with over 1,500 lakes and 37,000 miles of streams. North Carolina is the 9th most popular state as far as people and the 12th state to our union. It has a wide range of elevations and land. It has beaches on the east side and then mountains, the Blue Ridge Mountains and the mountains that cut through the western part of the state. Just gorgeous, a gorgeous place to be. North Carolina has something called the first colony, which was considered the lost colony back in the 17th century, where people came over from Europe and settled there. Our sixth graders are learning about this, but they don't know where it went. They don't know what happened to the lost colony, and they started that colony on Roanoke Island. And we talked about beautiful parts of the state. There is a mountain range, a mountain called Mount Mitchell. How about that, Miss Mitchell? Mount Mitchell is the tallest point in the United States east of the Mississippi River. I thought that was pretty cool. But North Carolina has all kinds of great places to be, including some prominent universities. There's Wake Forest University, which is in Winston-Salem. There's the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. There's North Carolina State University, Duke University, and Davidson. Davidson, we're going to get to that a little bit later. But North Carolina at Chapel Hill is the oldest state university in the country. I thought that was pretty neat. So North Carolina has a great education system and has all kinds of things to do in North Carolina, like play basketball. And I see Flame brought his basketball. There are some really famous basketball players that came out of the state of North Carolina. We had that picture the other week of Michael Jordan. He is from North Carolina. He's from Wilmington, North Carolina originally, and he went to North Carolina. And Steph Curry. Steph Curry is from Charlotte and went to Davidson, where he played basketball for 3 years. Maybe our workout, we'll talk a little bit more about some basketball since Flame brought his basketball today. You never know, Dragons. But as North Carolina goes, it is a beautiful place right over here. The capital city is Raleigh. There are some wonderful people. I was fortunate enough to spend 1 year in North Carolina, and I loved it. If you ever get a chance, Dragons, to drive down there, think about it. You won't regret it. Dun-da-da-da! It's time for the birthday box. When do we have birthdays for sixth graders? We haven't talked about any sixth grade. Oh, we have a sixth grade birthday today. How about that? Julia Frent in Mr. Shatroma's class. And our very own Mr. McAndrews. All right, 2 great birthdays on May 13th. Happy birthday, you two. And the mail. Let's figure this out, Flame. So, I think Miss Flaherty, sometimes Miss Flaherty chimes in to say, can you please read my letter first? I say, okay, Miss Flaherty, no problem. So I'm going to read Miss Flaherty's letter first today. Hi, Dragons. The sun is coming. That's right, it is coming. I can feel it. There are also some of us that could use a haircut. What does that mean? So let's make tomorrow Hat Day. Wouldn't it be great if your teacher could see you during your lessons with one of your favorite hats on? Thanks, Dragons, and think about it. Love, Miss Flaherty. So I've just got some hats over here, Flame. Let's check out my hat collection. I could wear this hat, or 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 I could wear this hat. What do all these hats have in common, Flame? You got it. They all have brims on the front. So if you have a hat, it has a brim, or it doesn't have a brim, you can wear it. We'd love to see you tomorrow in your lesson. Sounds like Miss Flaherty's going to wear her hat tomorrow, so that's exciting. So I got a tough decision to make, Flame. Maybe I'll wear them for 5 different appearances. All right? How about that? Let's see what else we got for the mail. Dear Flame, I keep watching your show every day and play a lot of basketball whenever I can in my backyard. What a coincidence. Speaking of basketball, I have a joke for you. What did the cheese say when she scored the basketball? What did the cheese say when she scored the basketball? Swiss. She said Swiss. That's pretty good. I mean, there's no way she said Munster. Like, that's not going to happen. So that's pretty good. From Karina S. in Delaware. Thank you, Karina. I think Karina plays a lot of basketball. No doubt. And if you want to write us, oh, we've got some riddles we've got to talk about, Flame. That's right. So if you want to write us either what you're doing or answers to riddles, there's Miss Flaherty's address, there's my address. We would definitely want to hear from you. So we still have a lot to cover, Flame. So riddles, right? Yesterday, we talked about 2 different riddles. I have them right here. We said, if 11 plus 2 equals 1, what does 9 plus 5 equal? What does 9 plus 5 equal? So 11 plus 2, that would be like if they were on hands on the clock. So it goes from 11 o'clock plus 2 is 12 o'clock, and then 1 o'clock. So 11, 12, 1. That's how 11 plus 2 equals 1. What does 9 plus 5 equal? 9 plus 5, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. It equals 2. 9 plus 5 equals 2. So we didn't get any answers for that one, Dragons, but we solved it together. And guess what, Dragons? You're going to love this. So Flame and I were looking for some stuff yesterday. I found a smaller whiteboard. I'm so excited. So we're going to get to the next riddle right here. I am an odd number. Take away a letter, and I become even. What am I? That was yesterday's second riddle. And look at this fun surprise, Dragons. We had someone write us the answer. I'm going to read it to you right here. Dear Flame, I know the answer to your second riddle. It is the number 7. If you take away the S, it becomes even. From Anika Gupta in 4th grade. Thanks for writing us, and check it out, Dragons. If I take away the S, it becomes even. Isn't that neat? How about that? So I took one of the letters that was in the mail and I wrote it on our new whiteboard, Flame. So many new fun toys. Let's save the riddle of the day for the end, because we've got to talk some basketball. And Flame and I love Michael Jordan. We love Steph Curry. We talked about that a little bit. And we dug up our basketball. We were shooting hoops yesterday. And we thought for Workout Wednesday, wouldn't it be neat if we did a little bit of technique for how to properly shoot a basketball? How about that? So we started with taking our basketball, and you always want to make sure your hands are positioned behind the basketball and the other hand is your guide. Now, if you don't have a basketball, Dragons, that's okay. We're still going to show you the 4 basic components of shooting a basketball, right? And you have to think of the word beef. This is a term used a lot from most basketball players, beef. And beef stands for balance, elbows. I like to say elevate, but some people say eyes, and follow through. So when you shoot a basketball, you have to have good balance. You can't be leaning to the side. You can't be trying to crunch yourself. You've got to have nice balance. And your elbow is pointing in the direction where the hoop is. Your elbows are very close together. You don't want to, no one shoots like this. You want to do that. You want to stay nice and tight. When you shoot, you want to get in the habit of jumping so that your hands are here and the eyes are right here. You can look at the hoop, but you want to elevate so that you go up in the air, and every time you shoot, you want to make sure you follow through and shoot by having your two fingers, your middle and your pointer finger, follow through towards your target. Right now, if you don't have a basketball hoop, that's okay. You can still practice. I know every now and then I'll just practice shooting up like this. Flame and I love shooting hoops. Or I'll practice dribbling or passing against the wall. And if you don't have a basketball, you can still practice good form. And we thought there might be 4 good exercises you can use with a basketball, right? One of them is if you're doing crunches and you twist side to side while holding the basketball. We thought that would be neat. We thought it'd be cool if you had your arms out like this and you lunged forward. Bend your knees, lunge forward. If you take a basketball like this and then you sit down, so if I stand and sit, that's called a squat. You can hold the basketball out here. And then a super fun one is called an airplane, where you take the basketball, you hold it out, you bring your head down, and you balance on one leg. That's crazy. And you try to get your basketball as high as you can with your leg as high as you can while balancing on one foot. So different exercises you can use. And if, again, Dragons, you don't have a basketball, that's okay. You can use any kind of ball, but make sure that you continue to use balance, keep your elbows in, jump or elevate, and keep your eyes on the goal, on the hoop, and then always follow through. Okay? So now, Flame, now that we've got our shooting touchdown, let's get to your riddles of the day. Anika solved one of them for us. I know Emma and Emma solved Mondays. So here are our riddles of the day, Dragons. Listen carefully. What is cut on a table but never eaten? What is cut on a table but never eaten? So that's the first riddle. And then the second riddle, what 5-letter word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it? What 5-letter word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it? All right, Dragons, we've got some thinking to do. What is cut on a table but never eaten? What 5-letter word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it? So we got 2 riddles that you can write us. You've got to wear a hat tomorrow and make sure to keep the sun out of your eyes. And you've got a workout to get ahead to. And make sure that you enjoy the beautiful sunny day. So on behalf of Flame, on behalf of all of North Carolina, I'm Mr. Salerno. Have a wonderful Wednesday, Dragons. Tune in tomorrow.